This is more than just a video. It is an invitation to transform your perception of life. Today, you will encounter a concept that could profoundly alter how you view your entire existence. This is not about fleeting tips or tricks, but a deeper truths, a profound understanding that millions across the globe seek. And perhaps you are seeking it too. What if a single Japanese word held the secret to a long, joyful, and purposeful life? What if this word represented not merely a concept, but a way of living, a path to waking each morning with peace, energy, and clarity in your heart? That word is Ikigai. Before we embark on this journey, please know that this exploration will not be rushed. Every aspect will be explained slowly, clearly, and powerfully, ensuring deep understanding, even if this is your first encounter with the idea. Trust that if you stay with me until the very end, this may become the most meaningful discovery you have ever made. Let us begin. Part 1, the essence of being. Our journey starts with a story. There once lived a kind Japanese woman, a devoted mother and teacher, who suddenly fell into a coma. Her body remained, but her consciousness drifted. Doctors were uncertain of her survival, and her family grieved silently by her bedside. Yet, in her unconscious state, something extraordinary occurred. She found herself in an ethereal, pure white space, utterly silent, peaceful, and still. Then a voice emerged. The voice posed a question. "Who are you?" She softly replied, "I am a mother of 4 children." The voice countered, "We are not asking what you do. We are asking who you are." She pondered for a moment, then offered, "I am a school teacher." The voice repeated, "That is your profession. But who are you?" She continued, "I am Japanese. I am Buddhist. I am a woman." Each time, the voice gently corrected, "That is your culture. That is your religion. That is your gender. But still, who are you?" In that profound moment, a realization dawned upon her. She had spent her entire life embodying various roles: wife, mother, teacher, citizen. But she had never truly confronted that one powerful question: who am I without any of it? The voice then declared, "When you know who you truly are, you may return." And with that, she awoke. Not everyone believed her account, but she remained unfazed. From that day forward, she lived her life with a renewed purpose. She began a quest for something deeper. Not a job, not a title, not a mere routine, but a fundamental reason. A reason to be alive, a reason to greet each morning, a reason to smile even through hardship, a reason to exist. That profound reason is what the Japanese call Ikigai. So what exactly is Ikigai? Ikigai is a beautiful word translating to the reason for being, or more simply, the reason you get up in the morning. It is not primarily about accumulating wealth, achieving fame, or conforming to societal expectations. It is about an intrinsic truth that resides deep within you, a quiet inner voice that affirms, "This is why I am here." Some discover their Ikigai in their work, others in nurturing relationships, some in artistic expression, teaching, building, cultivating food, or even in the simple act of sharing smiles. The crucial insight is that we all possess one. You have an Ikigai. I have one. Everyone does. The challenge is that most of us neglect to seek it. How then do we uncover it? This is where 4 pivotal questions come into play. These are not queries to be answered hastily. They demand contemplation, reflection, journaling, and profound thought. Gradually, your authentic self begins to emerge. Let us explore these 4 questions one by one. Question 1. What do you love? This is the initial and most vital inquiry. What truly ignites your heart, making you feel vibrantly alive? What activity energizes you rather than depleting you? Perhaps you find joy in cooking, crafting stories, assisting others, repairing objects, solving intricate problems, dancing, planting trees, meticulously cleaning your home, singing, or empathetically listening. This question transcends monetary gain. It is purely about what brings you happiness. This is the first cornerstone of Ikigai. Question 2. What are you good at? Each of us possesses inherent talents. Some are exceptional listeners, others skilled with their hands, adept with numbers, wonderful with children, or profoundly empathetic. This does not have to be a globally recognized skill. Even something as subtle as being a calming presence in a turbulent world is a precious gift. Ask yourself, what do people consistently thank me for? What do I excel at even without strenuous effort? This is the second cornerstone. Question 3. What does the world need? This inquiry is not about single-handedly saving the planet. It is about observing your immediate surroundings and asking, how can I contribute to someone's well-being today? Perhaps your community needs fresh, local produce. Perhaps a friend requires a compassionate ear. Perhaps your neighborhood could benefit from someone caring for its elderly. Perhaps the world needs your unique perspective, your kindness, your voice. Ikigai is not selfish. It is about utilizing your passions and talents to subtly improve the world. This is the third cornerstone. Question 4. What can you be paid for? Let us be pragmatic. We all require means to sustain ourselves. Ikigai suggests, what if your deepest purpose could also provide for your life? If you love teaching and are skilled at it, could you offer online courses? If baking is your joy, could you establish a small bakery? If writing is your forte, could you write for others? This is not about chasing vast fortunes. It is about engaging in what you love in a manner that also sustains you, supports your family, and affords you a stable existence. This is the fourth cornerstone. When you discover something that resonates with all 4 questions, what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for, that precisely is your Ikigai. And when you live in alignment with your Ikigai, you do not merely survive, you truly live. Consider a simple example: Maria, a 32-year-old woman in Brazil. Every morning at 5 a.m., she rises to bake fresh bread for her small town. She does not own a large corporation or earn an immense income. But when she bakes, she feels utterly alive. Her stress dissipates, her thoughts become serene, and a genuine smile graces her face. She offers her bread with love and earns just enough to lead a quiet, peaceful life. Let us analyze Maria's Ikigai. What does Maria love? Baking. What is she good at? Crafting beautiful recipes. What does the world need? Her town needs fresh, wholesome food. What can she be paid for? Her bakery provides a sufficient income. This is her Ikigai. The profound beauty of Ikigai is that it need not be grand. It simply needs to be authentic. Part 2. the circle of life, in our previous discussion, you explored 4 powerful questions designed to help you uncover your reason for being. Now let us delve deeper. The Japanese did not merely conceive the idea of Ikigai. They developed an elegant and profound diagram, a circle, to illuminate this path with clarity and power. This is universally recognized as the Ikigai Venn diagram, one of the most celebrated tools for self-discovery today. Before we dissect its components, let us grasp its underlying philosophy. Envision your life as a complex puzzle. You are not solely your job, your aspirations, your talents, or your obligations. You are a unique synthesis of all these elements. And when they coalesce harmoniously, you experience wholeness, profound peace, unwavering purpose, and a joy that transcends mere happiness. This diagram is designed to guide you to that very state. Let us revisit the 4 core components, this time with a deeper understanding. 1. What you love, your passion. This is the activity that imbues you with boundless energy. When immersed in it, you lose all sense of time. You feel vibrant, creative, and unrestrained. You require no external motivation because the act itself springs from pure love. However, passion alone is insufficient. Many individuals passionately pursue painting, writing, or dancing, yet struggle to transform it into a sustainable livelihood. Thus, passion is but one piece of the puzzle. 2. What you are good at, your profession. Now, imagine a skill you possess at an exceptional level, perhaps teaching, coding, or design. This is your profession, an area where you genuinely excel. Yet, some individuals are highly competent at tasks they despise. They find themselves trapped in unfulfilling jobs, successful by external measures, but inwardly hollow because the heart is absent. So, profession is another crucial piece, but still not the complete picture. 3. What the world needs, your mission. This component speaks to service, to imbuing your life with meaning beyond yourself. It is when you harness your passion and skill to make a tangible difference for others. A mission provides a compelling reason to evolve, a motivation to rise each morning, even when faced with adversity. However, if your mission does not also sustain your life, it can lead to overwhelming stress. Therefore, it is a vital part, yet still only a segment of the whole. 4. What you can be paid for, your vocation. This is the intersection where purpose meets stability. It is where you leverage your inherent gifts to earn a living. Without this aspect, financial anxieties can plague you, leaving you feeling adrift, even if you adore what you do. We all have a fundamental need to support ourselves and our loved ones. Vocation represents your path to dignified survival. Observe what transpires when these 4 elements intersect. If you combine what you love and what you are good at, but neglect to help others, you may experience satisfaction, but a sense of selfishness or incompleteness may linger. If you combine what you are good at and what pays well, but lack love for it, you will likely feel trapped and unfulfilled. If you combine what the world needs and what you are paid for, but lack proficiency in it, you may feel like an imposter or struggle with inadequacy. If you combine what you love and what the world needs, but receive no compensation, you risk burnout and exhaustion. But when all 4 converge, When you engage in something you love, something you are skilled at, something that benefits others, and something that sustains your life. That, precisely, is your Ikigai. That is the harmonious circle. That is your authentic center. That is where your soul finally discovers its true home. Let us consider a new illustration. David, a 45-year-old chef in Italy. David harbored a deep love for food from childhood, watching his grandmother meticulously prepare fresh pasta every Sunday. He began cooking alongside her, feeling an undeniable joy. This was his passion. Over the years, he honed his craft, studying, practicing, and eventually opening a small kitchen. People adored his culinary creations. This became his profession. However, David yearned for more than just financial success. He wished to give back. So, he initiated a modest program to teach culinary skills and foster confidence in children from disadvantaged backgrounds. This was his mission. And yes, his restaurant and classes provided sufficient income. This was his vocation. Now, David rises early, cooks with profound joy, teaches with love, and lives in peace. Not solely because of his career, but because he operates from the very core of his Ikigai circle. Why is this circle so profoundly important? Because countless individuals spend their entire lives confined to a single quadrant. Some live solely by passion, battling financial insecurity. Some inhabit their profession without love, feeling an pervasive emptiness. Some are driven by mission without adequate skill, leading to self-doubt. Some are bound by vocation without purpose, feeling perpetually stuck. But those who embrace Ikigai reside in the vibrant center. This is why Japanese elders, even at 90 years old, awaken early, tend gardens, cook, converse, walk, teach, dance, and sing. Not out of obligation, but out of a deep-seated desire, because they have discovered their reason to live. That is the profound magic of the Ikigai circle. It is not merely a diagram, it is a mirror reflecting who you truly are and who you were destined to be. Now that you comprehend the circle, let us move to an even deeper revelation. Part 3. Uncovering your own Ikigai. Now the most crucial question arises. How do you personally find your Ikigai? It is simple to advise, follow your passion, yet often challenging to identify what that passion truly is. It is easy to say, do what you love. But what if you no longer know what you love? We will address this now, meticulously and with genuine care. Step 1. Revisit your childhood joys. Before the world imposed expectations, before the pressures of money, fear, or societal norms, what activities did you genuinely adore as a child? Drawing, singing, playing outdoors, helping others, constructing things, solving puzzles. These seemingly small activities often contain profound clues. Even if you cannot replicate the exact activity now, the underlying feeling offers vital insight. Step 2. Observe what makes you lose track of time. Have you ever been so engrossed in an activity that hours dissolved into minutes? This is known as flow, and it is a powerful indicator of Ikigai. When do you feel utterly absorbed? What activity makes you forget to check your phone, making you feel completely yourself? Perhaps it is cooking, repairing machinery, writing, creating, walking in quiet contemplation, or meditating. Begin your search there. Step 3. Heed the compliments you consistently receive. Sometimes others perceive our gifts more clearly than we do ourselves. Ask, what do people frequently thank me for? What do they consistently praise me for being good at? Perhaps you are the friend who always listens intently, offers the wisest counsel, organizes things beautifully, or consistently brings laughter to others. These are not trivial observations. They are vital keys to your purpose. Step 4. Explore. Do not immediately decide. Discovering your Ikigai is not an instantaneous revelation. It is more akin to trying on various garments. You experiment, you explore, you try new things. You notice what feels natural, what invigorates you, and what drains your energy. Grant yourself permission to embark on new ventures. Volunteer, attend a workshop, initiate a small side project, assist someone without expectation of reward, enroll in a class. Start a blog, cultivate a garden. Slowly, your Ikigai will begin to unveil itself. Step 5. Do not await the perfect moment. Your Ikigai will never materialize from passive overthinking. It emerges through action, through movement. Even a single step each day is sufficient. Perhaps you work a demanding full-time job and feel exhausted. Start with just 10 minutes daily, engaging in something you genuinely enjoy, something that feels meaningful. That small, consistent habit can gradually reshape your identity. Consider Aisha, a 28-year-old woman in Kenya. She works as a hotel receptionist, a job that covers her expenses but leaves her uninspired. One evening, a guest inquired about city walking tours. Aisha spontaneously offered, "I will show you myself." She guided the guest through the town, sharing stories, highlighting local art, and introducing food stalls. Upon their return, the guest exclaimed, "You should do this for a living!" "You are incredible at this." Aisha felt a profound shift. She loved storytelling, possessed deep knowledge of her city, and felt a surge of energy. People were captivated by her explanations of culture. Now, every weekend, she organizes walking tours. She earns additional income, connects with new people, and finally feels truly alive. That is her Ikigai, sparked by a single spontaneous walk. Finding your Ikigai is not a dramatic, thunderous event. It is not a lightning strike. It is a quiet, profound discovery, a moment when you realize, this is what I was meant to do. And you feel it not merely in your intellect, but deep within your heart. Once you unearth it, even if your earnings are modest, even if you work harder, even if others do not fully comprehend, you will awaken with renewed energy. You will feel a deep pride in who you are, and the question, "What is the point of my life?" will cease to trouble you, for you will finally know. Part 4, the 4 secrets to a long, happy, and healthy life. Now that you grasp the essence of Ikigai and how to discover it, let us explore further. The Ikigai philosophy extends beyond purpose. It offers insights into living a longer, more vibrant life. The question is, why do so many people in Japan, particularly in Okinawa, live to extraordinary ages? 90, 100, even 110 years old. Is it advanced medicine?
No.
Is it immense wealth? It is their holistic lifestyle. Their approach to eating, moving, thinking, connecting, and living with purpose every single day. Let us uncover the 4 major secrets of these joyful, long-lived individuals. Secret 1, a healthy relationship with food. Harahachibu. In Okinawa, people adhere to a simple, profound rule, harahachibu, meaning until you are 80% full. They do not overeat. They stop when they are still slightly hungry. They eat slowly, with reverence for their food, never wasting. Their meals are rich in vegetables, tofu, sweet potatoes, small portions of fish, rice, green tea, miso soup, and seaweed. They do not meticulously count calories. They simply eat mindfully. They treat food as nourishment and medicine. In much of the world, people eat until they feel heavy. In Okinawa, they eat until they feel light. This seemingly small habit is a significant contributor to their longevity. They do not diet, they honor their bodies. Secret 2, keep moving even at 90. In most modern urban environments, elderly individuals often spend their days sedentary. In Okinawa, they engage in daily movement. They walk, garden, sweep, stretch, reach for the sky, cook, shop, serve, and care for others. Movement is not confined to gyms or structured exercise. It is about living in perpetual motion. Even their furniture supports this. Most people sit on the floor, meaning every act of sitting or standing involves a gentle stretch. They may not frequent gyms, yet they outlive many who do, precisely because they never cease moving. Even at 95, they keep their bodies animated one small step at a time. Secret 3, strong community and connection. In Okinawa, people are integral to a beautiful concept called a moai, a small, lifelong group of friends who offer mutual support. They gather regularly, sharing food, stories, tea, laughter, sorrows, and memories. If a member falls ill, the group provides assistance. If someone feels lonely, they visit. If there is joy, they celebrate together. In many contemporary cities, isolation is prevalent. But in Okinawa, no one is truly alone. This profound connection keeps the heart youthful. It imbues people with a reason to live, for they live not solely for themselves, but for each other. Secret 4, a clear purpose that never retires. This is perhaps the most striking distinction between Okinawan life and modern life. In most cultures, people toil diligently their entire lives with the sole aim of retiring and resting. But in Okinawa, individuals never retire from purpose. While they may cease full-time employment, their Ikigai endures. A 102-year-old man might still play music. A 97-year-old woman might still tend her garden. An 89-year-old fisherman might still venture to sea for a few hours. Why? Because when your heart possesses purpose, your body continues to thrive. They do not merely await the weekend, a vacation, or a mythical freedom. They are already free because they are engaged in what they love every single day. Consider Mr. Kamada. He awakens at 6 a.m. daily, stretches his arms, enjoys a light breakfast, and walks through his tiny garden. He plants flowers, checks on his vegetables, calls a friend to inquire about her well-being, repairs small tools, and sips green tea. He laughs often. At night, he drifts to sleep with a smile, often stating, "I do not know when I will die, but I know I will live until the very last day." This encapsulates the heart of Ikigai, not living forever, but living fully for as long as possible. Part 5, Retirement, Work, and Health. The hidden truth. Let us now address a truth that many find uncomfortable. Yet Ikigai illuminates it with remarkable clarity. Early retirement does not always equate to happiness. In fact, for numerous individuals, retirement can lead to sadness, boredom, loneliness, and even premature death. Why? Because we are not designed for idleness. We are meant to create, connect, grow, serve, learn, and move. When people completely cease working, they often lose their sense of identity. They begin to ask, who am I now? What do I do all day? What is the purpose of my life now? This is not an argument for working in an office until 90. It is about never retiring from purpose. Even if your job concludes, your Ikigai must persist. A true story. Tomoko, an 87-year-old seamstress. Tomoko dedicated 60 years to sewing clothes, retiring at 72. But after a year of inactivity, she felt weary, anxious, and utterly useless. One morning, she noticed her old sewing machine in the corner. She switched it on and began stitching small pouches and handkerchiefs. Soon, she started gifting them at the local market. People cherished them, offering hugs, smiles, and heartfelt thank you notes. Now, at 87, she sews daily not for financial gain, but for the sheer love of it. She says, "When I sew, I feel young again. My hands remember. My mind becomes calm. My heart is alive." Tomoko did not return to a job. She returned to her Ikigai. Work is not the adversary. Meaningless work is. You are not destined to endure a job you despise for 40 years, only to then sit idly on a sofa indefinitely. You are designed to discover something meaningful and pursue it in any capacity, for as long as you are able. Even 10 minutes a day, even a single act of kindness, even a small creation. That is how you remain alive. That is how you heal. That is how you grow. Part 6. The power of focus and flow in daily work. Let us now explore a beautiful concept taught by the Ikigai philosophy, one that can revolutionize your daily existence: flow. Flow is a state of complete, immersive focus. It is when you are engaged in an activity and lose all perception of time, hunger, or stress. You are entirely present, fully alive, utterly yourself. Flow is not about grand objectives. It is about profound attention. When do you experience flow? It could be while preparing an exquisite meal, writing from the depths of your heart, painting, designing, singing, meticulously organizing your space, offering comfort to someone in pain, meditating, walking amidst nature, carefully repairing an object, or constructing a project, model, or business. You do not pursue these activities for external rewards. You pursue them because the activity itself is the reward. This is flow, and it is a cornerstone of a long, meaningful life. Consider Kinji, who works in a small workshop in Japan. He crafts wooden spoons, just spoons. No noisy machinery, no marketing campaigns, no pursuit of fame. But every day, he cradles a piece of wood as if it were a living entity. He shapes it slowly with meticulous care. He smooths its edges, polishes its surface, and observes how it catches the light. Hours pass unnoticed. He never glances at the clock. When asked, "Don't you get bored making spoons?" he simply smiles and replies, "I am not making spoons. I am making peace with the world." This is flow. It is not about being busy. It is about being profoundly present. How can you cultivate flow in your own life? Start small. Silence your phone. Select a single task. Execute it slowly with love. Disregard the outcome. Simply savor the process. This could be washing dishes watering plants, or journaling your thoughts. The contemporary world is saturated with distractions, but flow brings you back to your authentic self. Once you discover flow, you feel light, clear, and alive, not merely existing. So, if you feel lost, wary, or that life is rushing by too quickly, do not seek escape. Seek flow. Grant your full attention to something small and let that be your initial step back toward your Ikigai. Part 7, 6 Simple Rules for a Meaningful Life. The daily wisdom of Ikigai. Now that you comprehend Ikigai, you might wonder how those who embody it actually live their daily lives. What are their habits, their mindset? What do they do differently from the rest of the world? Because it is not only grand ideas that transform life, but also the small, consistent actions performed every single day. In Okinawa and many serene Japanese villages, people live by a set of quiet principles. These are not proclaimed loudly or displayed on billboards, but gently passed down from elder to child, from heart to heart. Here are 6 timeless rules that guide them, simple words that, if truly felt, will change you. Rule 1, take it slow. Modern life is often a frantic race. Japanese life is characterized by intention. Walk slowly, breathe slowly, eat slowly, even sip tea slowly. Because when you decelerate, you truly experience life. And when you experience life, you discover peace. Rule 2, surround yourself with good friends. They invest time with individuals who inspire laughter, tears, shared experiences, and growth. Not superficial acquaintances, but profound bonds. A circle of people who would navigate challenges alongside you. This is more precious than gold. Rule 3, get in shape for your next birthday. This is not about achieving a specific physique. It is about engaging in daily movement, stretching, breathing, nurturing the soul sanctuary. Your soul inhabits your body. Even gentle movements impart strength. Rule 4, reconnect with nature. Yet urban living can cause us to forget our intrinsic connection to the earth, not concrete. Venture among trees, walk barefoot on grass, gaze at the sky, touch water, sit in silent contemplation amidst flowers. Nature does not speak in words, but it profoundly heals. Rule 5, give thanks. Express gratitude for every meal, every morning, every gift, every person. They utter, thank you, not merely as words, but as a way of life. Gratitude softens the heart and illuminates the spirit. Rule 6, live in the moment. Release the past. Cease chasing the future. Focus your entire heart on the present moment. They do not multitask. They engage in one activity at a time with full presence and peace. And finally, the most paramount rule, do something you love, something you are skilled at, something that benefits others, and something that sustains your life. And pursue it not merely as a dream, but as your daily reality. Part 8, Life Lessons from Okinawan Elders. Let us now enter the hearts and minds of those who have genuinely lived with Ikigai for 90, even a 110 years. In the Ikigai book, the authors visited Ojimi Village in Okinawa, renowned as the Village of Longevity. There, they conversed with dozens of elders who remained healthy, happy, and purposeful. What these elders shared was not scientific data, it was the wisdom of the soul. Allow me to convey some of their most beautiful insights. Elder 1, do not worry too much. This wisdom came from a 1 or 2 year-old woman who chuckled and remarked, "Life presents problems, but worry is a secondary problem we inflict upon ourselves." She did not advocate ignoring challenges, but facing them without paralyzing fear. She explained, "When you do not worry, your thoughts are clear. When your thoughts are clear, you discover solutions. And when you find solutions, the problem dissipates." You elder to always have something to do. A 99-year-old fisherman declared, "I may not fish as I once did, but I still go to the sea. I still feel the wind. I still mend my nets." He elucidated that humans require motion, not frantic activity, but meaningful engagement. His health remained robust because his purpose never waned. Elder 3. Talk to people, even if you are sad. Many elders reiterated this sentiment. They conversed with neighbors, shopkeepers, friends, even for just a few minutes, regardless of the topic's importance. One woman expressed, "Talking is like breathing. If you cease, your soul becomes heavy." Elder 4. Keep learning. A 91-year-old man was in the process of mastering a new musical instrument. He stated, "When you stop learning, your brain begins to atrophy. I do not fear death. I fear boredom. This lesson is profound. Age does not kill people. Emptiness does." 5. Do something that makes you feel useful. They were unconcerned with fame or grand success. Their focus was on being needed, helping a friend, preparing a meal, sharing a story, tending a plant, singing a song. One elder summarized, "As long as I can contribute something to the world, I am alive." These are not mere motivational platitudes. These are the authentic voices, real lives, and genuine people who have discovered the quiet joy of Ikigai, not through theoretical study, but through their daily lived experience. And if they can achieve it, so can we. Part 9, the Japanese secrets of longevity and joy. Let us now delve even deeper. Beneath these habits and smiles lie profound cultural values that shape the Japanese way of life. Values largely forgotten by much of the world. Let us explore them now and understand how they cultivate a life of balance, beauty, and quiet strength. Secret 1. Simplicity. Japanese homes are modest. Their attire is understated. Their meals are uncomplicated. They believe that fewer possessions equate to greater peace. Less noise translates to more clarity. Less pressure fosters more freedom. In a world perpetually seeking more, they consciously choose enough. Secret 2. Cleanliness. A clean space reflects a clean heart. They meticulously clean their homes each morning. They care for their gardens. They discard what is old, broken, or superfluous. This creates space, not merely in their physical environments, but within their minds. Secret 3. Ritual and respect. They elevate simple moments into sacred rituals. Drinking tea, greeting someone, preparing a meal. They bow with profound respect. They speak with gentle voices. They treat the elderly with deep reverence. Life acquires greater meaning when lived with mindful intention. Secret 4. Wabi Sabi. Beauty in imperfection. They do not pursue an elusive perfection. Instead, they embrace imperfection. The delicate cracks in a ceramic bowl, the gentle wrinkles on aged skin, the fading hues of autumn leaves. They believe that what is broken is not ugly, it is rich with stories. This perspective renders life less stressful and more forgiving. Secret 5. Harmony with nature. Nature is not merely a destination to visit, it is an intrinsic part of their identity. They walk beneath towering trees, listen to the melodies of birds, cultivate food with their hands, and celebrate the changing seasons. While much of the world strives to dominate nature, they choose to live in profound harmony with it. Part 10. Laughter, joy, and the lightness of life. The therapy of the soul. Now, let us discuss an element often overlooked when contemplating a long life. We frequently focus on diet, movement, discipline, and purpose. But what about joy? What about laughter? In Ojimi Village, the village of long life, one observation quickly stands out. The elders laugh abundantly. They joke with one another, tease playfully, and engage in games. They celebrate birthdays with gusto, sing songs, and don vibrant clothing. They do not approach everything with excessive seriousness, for they grasp a truth the modern world often forgets. Laughter is not merely happiness. Laughter is potent medicine. Why laughter extends life? Contemporary science now validates what Japanese elders have always intuitively known. Laughter strengthens the immune system, reduces stress hormones, enhances blood flow, alleviates pain, mends emotional wounds, and, most importantly, fosters connection among people. You do not always need a hospital to heal your heart. Sometimes, all that is required is a hearty joke, a spontaneous silly dance, or a cherished funny memory shared with a friend. How to infuse more laughter into your life? Do not take yourself too seriously. Laugh at your own mistakes. You are human, and that is beautiful. Spend time with light-hearted individuals. Surround yourself with those who elevate your energy, not those who diminish it. Watch something that elicits laughter every day, even for just 10 minutes. Comedy is therapeutic. Embrace playfulness. Dance, draw, tell jokes, be wonderfully eccentric, be fully alive. Laugh with your family, even when they exasperate you. Find moments to share a smile. Sometimes people ask, how can I laugh when life is hard? The Okinawan elders respond, that is precisely why we laugh, because life is hard. So, allow joy to be an integral part of your Ikigai, not something to be pursued after achieving success or peace, but as a direct pathway to peace itself. Let joy be your therapy. Part 11. Life's greatest lessons. A final reflection. We now approach the culmination of our journey. Yet, this is not merely the end of a video, it is the genesis of a new way of living. Let me distill the most profound and unforgettable lessons from this entire exploration. Lessons not just for today, but for the entirety of your life. 1. You were not born to suffer. You were born to live. You are not merely here to pay bills, to conform, or to be perpetually exhausted. You were born to experience joy, to love, to create, to grow, to contribute, and to gaze at the sky with a smile. 2. Life is not about what you do. It is about why you do it. A simple task performed with love is more beautiful than a grand undertaking completed with stress. A modest meal cooked with care. A simple plant watered with attention. A child hugged with genuine presence. That is life. That is Ikigai. 3. You are never too old, and it is never too late. You possess the capacity to begin anew. You can start today. Even if you feel adrift, even if you are 60, even if you believe it is all over, Ikigai is indifferent to age. Ikigai only asks, what will you do with this very moment? For purpose does not have to be colossal. It simply has to be authentic. You are not obligated to change the entire world. You merely need to engage in something that feels honest, simple, and deeply meaningful. Even if only one person smiles because of your actions, your life possesses profound meaning. 5. You already possess everything you need. You do not require more academic degrees, more social media followers, more fashionable attire, or greater renown. You simply need time. You need attention. You need courage. And you need love. And all of that already resides within you. Consider the young man who witnessed his grandfather's dying regrets. His grandfather had toiled diligently his entire life, accumulated savings, acquired property, and meticulously adhered to rules. But before he passed, he uttered words the young man would never forget. I waited my whole life to live, and I ran out of time. That young man made a solemn promise he would not wait. He began writing. He started walking in nature. He learned to play music. He smiled more often. He earned less financially, but he felt more, he helped more, he lived more. 20 years later, he recalls that moment not with sorrow, but with profound gratitude, for it imbued him with the strength to truly live before it was too late. Part 12. You were born with Ikigai. Do not die without it. This is the concluding segment of our journey, yet perhaps it marks the inaugural chapter of your new life. There is a compelling reason why the philosophy of Ikigai has resonated with millions globally. It is because Ikigai is not a fleeting trend, it is an enduring truth. It serves as a gentle reminder that you need not frantically chase happiness. You need not passively await success. You need not compare yourself to others. You need not strive for an unattainable perfection. You simply need to discover the reason you awaken each morning. Even if no one applauds, even if no one fully comprehends, even if it is a quiet, simple truth. Example, you, yes, you. You are watching this not by mere chance. Perhaps your soul was prepared to receive these words. Perhaps your heart was yearning for permission to truly live again. So, here it is, you are granted permission to restart. You are allowed to smile once more. You are free to pursue your curiosity. You are empowered to become the person your younger self envisioned. Ikigai already resides within you. And if you still remain unsure of what it is, that is perfectly acceptable. Start small. Start now. Start again tomorrow. But never ever cease searching. When the people of Ojimi, Japan were asked, "What is your secret to a long and happy life?" they did not reply with, "Be rich." They did not say, "Work hard." They did not suggest, "Win awards." They simply stated, "Stay curious, stay kind, stay connected, and wake up every day with something to do." That is Ikigai. And that is what I hope this video has imparted to you. Not merely a summary of a book, but a doorway to your authentic self. You are not broken. You are simply waiting to begin. So take a deep breath and begin. What did we learn from this profound journey? Ikigai is not a distant goal. It is not something you chase into the future. It is the quiet reason you open your eyes each morning. It is the subtle joy found in doing what you love. It is the profound peace derived from knowing you are needed. It is the power of awakening with meaning, not merely with noise. You do not need to relocate to Japan. You do not need to be flawless. You simply need to be present and true to your deepest self. Find your Ikigai and live it gently, fully, beautifully. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey. I sincerely hope it touched your heart, offered you clarity, and somewhere deep within you, empowered you to begin anew. If this message resonated with you, even slightly, please consider leaving a comment, sharing it with someone you cherish, and subscribing to this channel, not for algorithmic metrics, but so that more individuals like you can feel truly alive again. Nurture your mind, cherish your heart, cultivate your purpose, and always remember, you were not born to be lost. You were born to live with Ikigai. I will see you in our next story. Until then, stay alive, stay gentle, stay true. Goodbye.